Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. This is our second week being presented by the New London Hospital. Their mission is to continually improve the well-being of individuals in our region by providing high-quality health care in our communities. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Today, we'll meet with Tom Manion, the president and CEO of New London Hospital, for an update on staffing, new providers, and the good financial health of our New London Hospital. Megan Cardillo will invite us to a farm-to-fork dinner at the New London Historical Society, featuring locally sourced and harvested cuisine prepared by our talented local chefs and caterers. Mariam Carter will preview this year's New Hampshire Craftsmen's Fair at Mount Sunapee. And we'll close with Greg Berger teasing us at Spring Ledge Farm with the corn harvest. But first, a few words from one of the good businesses that makes it possible for us to bring you YCN, Your Local View, and Yankee Chronicle. Please stay with us.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from New London Hospital. We check in around this time every year because it's about to be hospital days. It's very fitting to be here. And I'm now joined by Tom Manion, the president and CEO. Hi, Tom.
Hey, how are you, Abby?
Thanks for hosting us, and it's great to check in with you every summer.
Likewise, yeah.
Great. We'll get right into it. We've seen a lot of press surrounding some financial impacts that Dartmouth Health is going through. How is New London Hospital handling that?
Yeah, no, great question. So, yes, Dartmouth Health has gone through a lot, and I think there have been a few of our members, probably most notably in the newspaper, Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center, that had some workforce restructuring.
Yeah.
And I'll just say, we went through something similar to this a couple years ago, and it was a hard time.
Yeah.
It was a very difficult time. It was very emotional. We had a lot of really great people that had to move on, and I'll say this: we had Dartmouth Hitchcock help us through that time. And as a result of that, we are in a much better place today. We are extraordinarily strong financially. We have a really great team here. Some of the services that we've been able to bring forward over the last couple of years has really just shown our partnership and why it's so important to be part of the system. So I think that this is something that, while Dartmouth as a system is going through some trying times, they were there for us. We'll absolutely be there for them, and we're continuing to work together and support each other. I will say things are pointing in a good direction already, and I feel pretty confident that we're on the right track as a system.
Wonderful. And also, I mean, it's not news to anybody. Shortage of staffing is a problem that we're facing not only in our town, our state, but across the country.
Yeah.
And how are you doing? Because you've talked about some of the primary care issues that New London Hospital's been having.
Yeah, no, it's true. I
Yeah?
mean, primary care is a national shortage, and it's one of the things, if you talk to, I would think any hospital in the Northeast, probably nationwide, it's a challenge. And for a lot of reasons, it's a challenge just because there's fewer physicians going into primary care. There is a high burnout, turnover rate. But I think where we are today, I'm actually really happy to say we have a number of primary care physicians that we've hired. Internal medicine, both men and women, family medicine. We have nurse practitioners who'll be starting both here in New London and in Newport. It's just, we have a lot to look forward to. I'm really excited that again, we're on the right track. We have a lot of good things going in that direction. That's not to say it's easy to move to this area. I think there are, housing inventory still is an extreme shortage. I know some of the primary care providers who have had trouble finding homes, but I do know there are some, not necessarily for primary care providers, but for some of our support staff, clinical support staff. There's going to be some affordable housing, workforce housing that will be built both here in New London and in Newport. That is underway. It hasn't been established yet here in New London. I think Newport is actually quite very far on the way.
They are. Yeah.
And so I am very excited for that. We desperately need that kind of housing to support our caregivers and the people who are here to make sure we're treating patients and keeping them healthy.
Yeah, and the message to any young viewers, consider a job in healthcare.
Yes, please, absolutely. Well, and actually on that note, I mean, we've started a bunch of different programs here where we help people from, if you are coming out of high school, there are these LNA programs that we partner with. There are these programs with Colby Sawyer College, with we just offer tuition reimbursement and other things where if you want to start a career, and we actually have some folks who have gone all the way through being a clerical worker in a file room who are now a nurse practitioner and have gone through that career trajectory. It's pretty cool to see how you can grow here at New London Hospital. And there's a number, that's just one story, there are a number of stories, and we're continuing to invest more and more in our people every day.
It's so important too, and what a program where kids can be 17 or 18 years old and already be on their way. I mean, I at 17 or 18 did not know what I was going to do with my life.
I think very few people do, but that's one of the great things. You can come here and you can start in a role, learn from a lot of other people who are professionals, and say, you know what, that's a really interesting career path. I might want to learn more about that. And you can grow and move and progress, and we're going to support you all the way through that.
Fantastic. And what are the funds from Hospital Days going to this year? Yeah,
so this year's recipient, the beneficiary of Hospital Days, is our infusion hematology suite. So we have nurses, multiple chairs, our pharmacy, and a whole host of services that come together in our infusion suite, and patients who get care, whether it's for oncology infusion, for cancer care, for rheumatoid type of care, medical infusion, other things like that. And so it's really an opportunity for us to look at how we improve the overall patient experience as you're getting that care. And if you know anyone who's gone through this, there are lots of things that you can improve along the way, but helping our nurses to our facility to other things that can make it better. It's a really great opportunity to do some good for our patients.
Wonderful. Finally, you have some recent exciting news about the Jack and Dorothy Byrne matching grant. Tell us about that.
Yes, super exciting news. So we have a wonderful, wonderful supporter in the Byrne Foundation, and so for this year's Hospital Days, we have a $50,000 match that they are working with us. Yeah, and so we are really on our way. Probably around halfway there, and so now kind of moving out into the more public facing. We've just done some press releases and other things. We really are excited about this, and this will be huge for our infusion services, so hematology, oncology, cancer, medical infusion. We're so grateful for our sponsors and for everyone else who's going to help support us in Hospital Days. Come out, have some fun, but also help us do some really good things for our patients and our community.
I have to say that Jack and Dorothy Byrne Foundation is uncomparable. It is just amazing what they do and give back. And they clearly see that this is such an important organization to support. So fantastic news, and congratulations to New London Hospital.
Thank you.
Tom, always great to sit down and check in with you. And obviously we're getting ready to start the parade soon. And Hospital Days weekend is going to be here before you know it. It's always a little bittersweet though, because it's August. It means summer's wrapping up a little bit, but it's such a great celebration here in New London, and thank you for being the host of it.
Absolutely. Can't wait to do it.
Great to check in.
You too.
Coming up next, we'll head over to the New London Historical Society grounds to hear about a tasty event they have coming up. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Locally sourced cuisine and top chefs will be preparing a wonderful dinner at New London Historical Society. Tell us more, Megan.
Thank you, Abby. I'm coming to you from the Phillips Barn at the New London Historical Society, and I'd love to invite you to dinner on the 18th of August. We're having our very first annual Farm to Fork dinner with local everything, starting with cocktails using local lavender and local breweries and vineyards, and even a local bartender, Three Stones Bartending from Wilmette. Then we'll come into the barn and sit down at big giant tables and get to know your neighbors sitting next to you, or reconnect with old friends and have a delicious meal prepared with local vegetables supplied by Spring Ledge Farm and Musterfield Farm, and local beef and pork provided by farmers. And it should be lovely, prepared by Chef Brian McKenzie down at the refinery, the new chef at the New London Inn and the Elms Restaurant at Oak and Grain, and new catering in town, Jackson and Dow Caterers. Leading us to dessert, which will feature special ice cream made from local ingredients and our own sanctuary dairy. And Blue Loon Bakery will be providing bread and delicious also shortbread for dinner. So it's gonna be very exciting, and there's only a few tickets left. You can jump on our website or go to Spring Ledge Farm and buy a good old-fashioned paper ticket. So again, August 18th, it's a Friday, and it starts at 5 o'clock. Hope you can join us. Also wanted to let you know that during the summer, the Historical Society is open on Saturdays from 1 to 4 for tours here, and docents will be here to answer questions and show you what we have here. Also coming up, we have our holiday open house, which is usually in December. So if you're thinking of being here in the colder months, we'd also love to welcome you to the Phillips Barn. Here's a little bit more about what we have going on here and the mission of the New London Historical Society.
The New London Historical Society sits on 8 acres of land in the heart of New London, and we have 15 buildings that replicate life as it might have been in the mid-19th century. The New London Historical Society was conceived in 1952 after an old home day here in New London. The founders decided that there was much that should be preserved. And there's a myth that we are perhaps a stereotyped historical society that would be, say, one room with some artifacts. When you go to the Seivel House, you'll be able to see the living room, as it was, the kitchen, which of course was the heart of the home, and a bedroom and a children's boarding room. What's important to know is that all of the buildings have been refurbished or designed so that they would have accurately depicted life in the 19th century in New London. The transportation building came about because we had several beautiful, restored, museum quality carriages and sleds that had been in our Phillips Barn. And a group of folks from the New London area got together, started a capital campaign, and built this fabulous facility, which is climate controlled, to house the carriages that the carriages and sleds that we have. The building itself is stunning. The collection is outstanding. And as you travel through the building, it's a museum. There's stories and pictures that help one imagine just what it would have been like to have lived in the time when that was your main transportation. The New London Historical Society website and our Facebook page are constantly changing and have all of the information that someone might be interested in. So if you want to know about our collections, our hours, how to rent one of our buildings here, how to get involved, all of that's on our website.
Check it out for all that's up and coming.
Thanks, Megan. Sounds like a real celebration of yum. Get your tickets before it sells out. Coming up next, we'll get a preview of this year's New Hampshire Craftsmen's Fair. That's up next here on Yankee Chronicle, so stay tuned.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner. For books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle, coming to you from New London Hospital, celebrating their 97th hospital days. I'm Abby Peel, your host. And celebrating their 90th year is the New Hampshire Craftsmen's Fair. Tell us, Mariam, what we can expect.
Hi there. Thanks, Abby. As you can tell, we're setting up for the fair. This whole operation takes several weeks, actually an entire month, to get prepared for the annual fair. This is going to be our 90th, and we're really excited to be returning to Mount Sunapee Resort. We have great weather today. We're grateful that we don't have any rain, and we're looking forward to a banner successful fair this year. We have a lot of new exciting options this year. We have music every day. We have over 20 new exhibitors. We had a lot of people come through our jury process. We're excited about that, as well as we have some new invited guests. Food options have increased. Mount Sunapee Resort has done a great job on increasing things in their areas. There are going to be bars and opportunity to have adult beverages and walking around the property. So I encourage you to come, make a day of it, wear comfortable shoes. Whether it's rain or shine, it's going to be a great event, and we encourage everyone to come see us. But we're a very important organization in the state because our roots are here. We were born out of the Depression, so while we were going through the pandemic, it's one of those things that I remembered and called on to understand that we had the resiliency and the creativity to just make it through a hard time, and we've done that. I'm grateful to our members and also the people who support us, all of the people who come to the fair, all the people who support our galleries throughout the state. Our mission is to advance, cultivate, and champion excellence in fine craft. So everything we do is all craft, and it's all about the makers, and that's best seen at the annual Craftsmen's Fair here at Mount Sunapee Resort every August. We're always the first Saturday in August. It's a good thing to remember. The food, so we've worked really hard over the past few years to bring in great food options. So we have wonderful Thai food. We have brick oven pizza. This year we have someone coming in with tempura vegetables, which is amazing, I've heard. Like, she's getting rave reviews. Of course, we've got the wonderful ice cream options in the area, and the Mount Sunapee Resort will be putting together some special things as well. So check it out. Before you buy lunch here, check all the options and then make your choice. I think you'll be very pleased. So we worked with the New Hampshire Collective this year. It's a wonderful organization that celebrates musicians in the state of New Hampshire, and so you're going to have a broad range of bluegrass music to, I believe, some jazz and some contemporary work. So music every day. We will run the music 11 to 3 p.m. And that's right located to the food court. It's on the outside of the Arts, Craft, and Design exhibition, which, by the way, is spectacular. I just viewed the work. It's amazing this year. The artists have really outdone themselves and are bringing forward some great new pieces. So I encourage you to spend time in the exhibition as well as go to see all the individual booths as well. We're really excited about our demonstrations this year. We actually have a chainsaw artist who just entered the league. and that person will be here the second half of the fair, as well as we have someone doing pyrography. So come and see, check out the demonstrations. The Kids Create tent is the area where kids of all ages can come and experience making craft. It's no cost, and kids of all ages can come and play, and we found that the children come, but the parents are the one who stay and really get involved, so we encourage you to do that. There's a few demonstrations throughout the week that are at a low cost, but mostly everything's free. The fair opens August 5th and it runs to August 13th, 10 to 5. We are open daily. Parking is free. Children 12 and under get in for free. If you'd like more information, please go to nhcrafts.org. That's nhcrafts.org, and you'll find all the information there. I'd encourage you to buy tickets in advance. We've really improved our ticketing system, and if you buy your tickets in advance, bring your phone. We will get you through the gate as quick as possible. So we look forward to seeing you. The weather's going to be terrific, and if it's not, come see us anyway, because we have these large, beautiful tents all over the property. You won't get wet. We look forward to seeing you, and come and support the League and all of its incredible members. See you soon.
Thank you, Mariam. Another Mark Your Calendar event you don't want to miss. Stay with us here on Yankee Chronicle on YCN, your local view, so you don't miss out on our last segment that is a little corny.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from Spring Ledge Farm here on Main Street in downtown New London. Come check them out. There's a lot to see here, a lot to do. I'm now joined by Greg Berger, and it is corn season. Greg, this must be an exciting time. There's a lot to do around corn season,
yes,
I'm sure.
There is. It's finally, we've had a lot of summer, but there's still a lot to go.
Yes.
And the corn, which takes a long time to grow and get all that sunshine in there, it's finally ready here in our fields.
Amazing. And it's all locally grown, which is important to say. Like right here in this vicinity is where you grow your corn.
Yeah, we grow some on our own fields here on the property, and then, but mainly we lease fields from around town. They're all actually in New London.
Okay.
Some that you can see as you're driving by on the road somewhere, and some that are behind the road and you wouldn't be able to see them. But yeah, we've got some great landowners who are willing to do that with us.
Isn't that great?
So it's all picked here in town. Yeah, and we pick it every day, every morning.
Okay.
So you know it's picked that day and it's fresh, and yeah, we're excited to try it.
And be back. Yeah. Is there always like an inaugural try of the corn to see what it tastes like for the year?
Just like we're always out there a few days before it really should be picked. Well, maybe this is ready, maybe it's not, you know. And
in our family, we always say that this is the best corn. So every dinner that you have corn, you say, this is the best one of the season. And then the next time you eat, this is the best one of the season. So yeah, we're a big corn family. So we like to try it out. But speaking about here to come and purchase it, you've expanded your farm stand a little bit out of the tent from the COVID tent, we should say, but right off of the farm stand with tons to offer because it is peak produce season.
Yes, this is peak harvest time starting now and all the way through the fall, really.
Amazing.
And so yes, and the produce can be found inside the farm stand greenhouse.
Okay.
We've covered that up so it's shaded, and so if you walk in the farm stand and take a right, you'll see it all right there.
And plenty to choose from.
Yeah, arugula to zucchini, we've got the tomatoes and cherry tomatoes, and everything is happening right now, yeah.
And is everything fresh within, like, how long? 24 hours it's been picked?
It's picked fresh every day in the morning. But you know, something like a zucchini might be picked. We have a huge row of it, so we'll pick it every other day. Kind of thing.
Got it.
Just because we wanted to let them size up to the right size, and then we'll pick that again.
Amazing.
So, but yeah, we go out. We have a great field crew. They go out every morning with a list and pick everything fresh, and the corn's picked fresh every day.
Amazing. And another fun thing people can come do is pick your own flowers, so that you can come and take a look at what you already have, but you can come and pick your own.
That's right. We have a lot of cut flowers, both in the farm stand as bouquets, so you can just come grab one if you need one. And we also have a pick your own patch. So right across the parking lot from the farm stand.
Okay.
It's hard to miss. Just take a look behind you when you park.
Yep.
And it's by the pound.
Okay.
And it's open any day that we're open. And
really cool.
Yeah, you can pick whatever you like. If you like a particular flower, pick all of that. If you like.
And do you have the supplies, or do people need to bring their own as well?
Yeah, we have all the supplies: the buckets, the water, the clippers, little instruction, little page there, and yeah, then you bring them into the farm stand. We weigh them. And off you go to do your arranging.
Yes, I was going to say it's a perfect thing if you're having guests over and say, oh, I could really add something, and then you can boast about it that you created it yourself.
Right. It's fun for the kids. They usually kids have never done
pick your flowers.
So,
What a great activity. Good to know.
Yeah.
And 2 new exciting buildings have joined the Spring Large family with some local history. Tell us about those, because it's really special.
We were fortunate enough to be offered a couple of the buildings that were at Tommy DePaula's house, which is actually right around the corner.
Yes.
It's about a mile away, maybe, if that.
Yeah.
So we were very excited about that. Last year, we got some foundations in, and so it's a big shed. If you come in the farm stand, you'll see that in our annuals area. And then also a gazebo, which is up past the perennial area, which is a great spot. It's been proven to be really cool. It's partly under some shade, plus it's open air, and so we have a little table there. You're welcome to come and hang out or have a little picnic there or what have you.
And I'm sure Tommy's very happy to know that it came right here, right down the street to him.
I think he would be very happy with that, yes.
I don't want to say the word, but as we go into fall, what can people expect at Spring Ledge? Because I'm sure there's a little bit of changeover that happens here.
Yes, we roll with the seasons
here. Yes, as you should.
Yep. Which is our thing, right?
Yeah.
So certainly in the fall it brings even more produce, because fall, a lot of people think, oh, summer is when my garden is cranking, but really fall is when it all happens.
And fall's when your plants are like growing out of control, and you're thinking, oh no, you are just
to pick, hopefully, and what do I do with all this stuff? And so we'll have plenty on our shelves, kind of overflowing with all sorts of produce.
Amazing.
And we, bring in a fresh crop of plants. If you really want to talk about fall, we're talking mums, and we've got some new varieties of basically like a Gloriosa daisy this year that we're growing. We're really excited about.
Cool.
It's in different colored petals, but all in that fall theme. Oranges, yellows, bronze.
Yeah.
So.
And then we'll talk about pumpkins we'll come back for pumpkins.
Right,
That's a little too far for me to talk about. Well, Greg, thank you so much. I should mention that if anyone wants to find any information, always check out your website. You keep that pretty up to date.
Please,
Fantastic. Well, Greg Berger, great to talk with you.
Hey,
thank you. Thanks, Greg. Get that corn while it's really fresh. Next week, we'll step aside from Yankee Chronicle for a broadcast of the 2023 New London Hospital Days Parade. Join Laura James and myself as we bring you this community favorite event. This year's parade theme is a Storybook celebration and was inspired by New London's very own literary legend, Tommy DePaula, who wrote and illustrated over 270 books. This week on our Game of the Week, we have girls basketball featuring Kearsarge and Newport. It will play Sundays and Mondays at noon and 7 p.m. on NCTV 8, TDS channels 13 and 1013, Roku, Apple TV, and for those that don't have cable, on ycnnow.com. Our website carries all of our programming on demand. I'm Abby Peel. Join us again next week for 2 weeks of Yankee Chronicle being presented by Old Hampshire Designs. Enjoy the New London Hospital Days Parade.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.